Hey everybody, it's Aidan here from Everyday Tech. So before I forget, don't forget like and subscribe to my channel and you'll get notified anytime I do any tech news or tech reviews. So recently there has been a couple of leaked images on a few phones that I think are going to be the ones to watch for 2019. So let's take a look. Okay, so the first phone of 2019, which is probably one of the most anticipated, is the OnePlus 7. So a few images have been released as to what it may look like. And when you take a look at these images, they look absolutely fantastic. It looks absolutely amazing. I cannot tell you, it's virtually almost bezel-less. It looks like it's got the infinity display which Samsung use, where it just curves around the edges, but it has lost a notch, and most people will be like, yay, fantastic, no notch. So where's the camera? There's probably going to be two options. There are three, but the third one is probably not that plausible. Number one, it'll be a motorized pop-up camera. Number two, it'll be a slider camera like on the Xiaomi Mi Mix 3. Or number three, it'll be a under-screen camera, which I don't think they will do. I don't think OnePlus are at that stage yet. If anyone's going to do it, it will be Samsung, and they are not there yet, but it is something they are working on. So out of those three, the slider and the motorized are probably going to be the two contenders. For me, I'm going to edge my bets with the slider because it's a better looking design. It's more responsive. You can control when the camera comes in and out rather than having to activate it or go into a settings menu. You can just pull it down as and when you need it. I don't know if you are aware though, I am not the biggest fan of slider phones. I don't like the fact that it can slide and grit can get in and dust. I don't like the fact that the cases that come with them aren't as protective as, let's say, the cases you get for normal phones without moving parts. It's not to say that they're not great phones, it's just not something I think is a long-term feasible concept. For me, I reckon it's a fad. Like the notch, it's just something you have to go through to get it out of your system, and then, you know, they're probably aware that they can develop under-screen cameras like they've done with the fingerprint reader and make things a whole lot cleaner. So you basically in the future you'll have one big phone like the Mi Mix 3, but without a slider. Everything will just be under the screen. So that'll be fantastic. Also with the OnePlus 7, what kind of power are you going to get? Are you going to get the Snapdragon 855? Yeah, I imagine you are. It's probably not going to go any other way. But with regards to RAM, are they still going to carry on doing the 6, or is the 6 going to go the way, you know, of the dinosaur? Is it just going to be 8? Is it going to be 10 like in the McLaren? I don't know, but with 10 gigabytes of RAM, is that overkill? Because you remember the old saying, I have a nuclear weapon that can destroy the world 3 times over. Well, I have a nuclear weapon that can destroy the world 10 times over. Either way, they both destroy the world. So how much power do you need? How much is enough? And I know people will go, well, I can run 20 applications or 25 applications without it getting even a stutter. Well, manage your phone properly. You shouldn't be having that many applications on at the moment, and anybody that does need that amount of RAM is probably going to be using it for different things. For me, for example, I edit my videos on my OnePlus 6T, and it does it beautifully. And I edit in KineMaster, and I shoot on an M50. I transfer them wirelessly to my OnePlus 6, and I do all my editing in here. So for that purpose, maybe 10 gigabytes of RAM for that purpose. But for the everyday user, 6, 8 is going to be more than enough. The 10 gigabytes is only going to appeal to a small number of people because You just don't need it. It's just like anything else. It's a bit of overkill. You're paying for things that you aren't going to use or don't need. So just bear that in mind when it does come out. And while I remember, actually, I was reading an article on the OnePlus 7 when it's going to be released in India. And in India, they're going to be doing a buyback program. So people that have purchased the 6 or 6T, OnePlus will be buying them back at 70% of their value for those people that want to buy the 7. Why is that just in India? Why? Why can't that be worldwide, site-wide? I mean, you're on Amazon now, OnePlus. Do that sort of thing on Amazon worldwide. Try and treat everybody equally. You know, don't leave it just to one market. I'm not saying I'm going to upgrade to the OnePlus 7, but you know, when you've got that incentive, it may probably nudge you to go and do it. So just something to bear in mind. Okay, my next thing is the Samsung Galaxy S10. So it seems like an image has been released or leaked recently of someone using an S10 on a bus or something like that. And this will probably be the S10 Plus because it's got the dual pokey hole thing in the corner. I don't know what it's called. What are people calling it? It's hole punch notch, and I am not a fan. It is not something I think looks good on a phone. Again, I think the best notch on the market at the moment is the OnePlus 6T. It just looks more aesthetically pleasing and it's not intrusive. Whereas the hole punch notch, so if you look at the S10, it's just got a single hole in the corner, but it looks like it's a key ring. It looks like something you hang on your keys. And the S10 Plus with its dual camera hole punch in the corner, it's just awful. It makes it stand out even more than previous notches. Give me the Google Pixel 3 notch over that any day. At least that's not trying to hide what it is. It is what it is, but it serves a purpose. This, it's a real annoyance. And last year Samsung promised us their under panel sensors, promising us cameras and everything sensors underneath the screen. So what have they done? 2019, boom, we're not going to do that. We're just going to stick a hole in the corner and make it look a little vile. But people will buy it because it is still a upgrade in a fashion. I personally am going to steer clear. My wife is a big Samsung fan. She's had Samsungs for a while. The other year I did get her the LG G6 and she does like that also, but she is dying to get back to Samsungs. I don't know if she'll get one. I don't know if it'll put her off. It may put some people off. It won't put off the die-hard Samsung fans, and I don't think it will put off people that are just due for an upgrade. Again, it's like a notch, it's like a slider, it's like a motorized camera. It's a gimmick for the moment, and just like any company, they're just rolling with the punches. Well, we'll just release this phone with this slight change, this phone with this slight change, so perhaps a notch here or a hole punch notch there. Oh, well, this one's just got an extra camera lens on the back. They do this obviously because they want sales, and you know, every 6 to 9 months they are just going to bring out a new camera or a version 2 or a bigger version with a better camera. It's very frustrating, it's very confusing, it's very expensive. But what are you to do? People want these products, they are willing to supply them. So guys, if you've enjoyed this video, please press the like button. If you've really enjoyed it, please subscribe to my channel, turn on the bell notification, and then you'll be notified anytime I do any tech news or tech reviews. See you soon.